Hi, and welcome to this episode of I've Got This Kid. I'm your host, Dr. Cherina Williams, licensed speech and language pathologist, homeschooling mom of two, and wife of one. Here to share everything speech, language, play, development, and all the other stuff that falls in between. It is an honor to be here. Family-centered care has been getting more attention lately. You might hear terms like coaching or parent training or methods like DIR floor time, Hanen, or project-based learning. For professionals, these terms are clear, but for families, oh my gosh, it can be overwhelming. It can be confusing. Why? Because families often think this is just another thing to do with time constraints and other responsibilities, limited resources. It can feel impossible. But I'm here to break it all down by identifying barriers and offering practical solutions and giving you reflective actions you can start today. So let's get into this thing. Barrier 1, time and schedules. Oh my gosh, that one is real. Picture this. You're a busy family, 2 working parents, and your sugar isn't talking as much as you think they should. And after seeing your pediatrician and getting an evaluation and finding out your sugar has a language delay, you're now expecting your speech and language pathologist to handle it, right? But suddenly, they want you to be a part of the intervention and try some things at home without them around. Cue your, I can't because you're not a therapist. You didn't go to school for this. You don't know how to do this. And it's their job, right? But here's the thing. You don't necessarily need to carve out some more time. You don't necessarily need to be a therapist. You just need to adjust how you're using the time that you already spend with your sugar to maximize the things that they want you to do. So, for example, during mealtime, prompt your sugar to say or repeat a word instead of just grabbing for what they want. And if you're heading out of the door, ask them to label the items that they need, like shoes or a jacket. During playtime, prompt your sugar to label toys, respond to questions, or repeat sounds. See, not more time, just rejiggering your time. And with these small intentional actions integrated throughout your day, your routine is pretty much the same, right? Don't forget about the bonus moments though, because there are those. And that's like during pickups or drop-offs or outings to the park where you can get some real quality time in as long as you know the things that you're after during that time. Second barrier that I hear about, lack of resources. I mean, these United States are united, but what's available in one place is not available in another place, and it certainly ain't available in that place, and it can get frustrating. Family-centered care can feel daunting when you don't have the guidance or the local support, or you're in an area where those things just don't exist. But I got some creative solutions for you. I told you I was going to tool you up. Online support groups, connecting with other parents who share your experience, right? They can be found in online groups. They can be found on social media. They can be found in so many different places, and they can provide you with valuable insights and helpful support, especially the ones that's been there, done that. Telehealth is another way for you to access care with a broader range of professionals, and it makes it easier to get tailored advice without the stress of commuting. The third barrier, misunderstanding about roles. It's not on you. It's not on me. It's just, hey, look, we're different and we communicate different. And so if communication is an issue, if things aren't clear or strategies aren't clear or strategies don't live up to your lifestyle, then progress can stall. But I got some practical solutions for that too. If your SLP asks you to play 5 minutes at a park, but there ain't no park nearby, they should adapt the activity to something that's accessible. You're not a therapist, but your role in integrating goals in the daily life is powerful. For example, your SLP might suggest practicing words during meal prep or bedtime routines, something that works for you. And I have a real life story to where it felt almost impossible to make things adapt. I had a family with both parents working, and not just working, this is normal, right? But they were working opposite times of the day, opposite shifts of the day. And so mealtime was the only time that they saw each other all together. And so I provided one parent with some coaching and a clear plan that they all used to model, reinforce, and adjust speech goals. And after just 5 weeks, their sugar's language quadrupled. Why? We used tools. We used Home Goals Milestone Tracker, and this helped us set clear goals, track progress, and adjust strategies. We used the word bank, and words were tracked, they were reinforced, and they were shared with not only the parents, but with educators and with the parent who was working swing shift to ensure that consistency was happening across environments. And oh my gosh, did we celebrate? We celebrated the wins, and we kept everyone motivated. And eventually the parent that worked overnight was able to get some favor and adjusted their schedule to join those coaching sessions. And this intentional work paid off. And the family's commitment, when I found out the other parent did that, I was inspired, and it made me want to do my job even more. And so we got to think about the missing piece. Reflecting on actions and feelings is critical, not just me, but for you as well. Why? Because your mindset influences your action, and your sugar picks up on those cues. And so here's some steps to reflect. Ask yourself, what worked? What didn't? And you can explore, why did certain strategies succeed or fail? Because when we're going through this reflection process and we're asking ourselves what worked, what didn't, then we can then explore the things that did or why it did. You can look at how sugar was that day. You can look at how you were that day. You can think about the activity that you introduced, or if it just wasn't a great time. You can adjust your approach based on what you learn. For example, if a strategy feels awkward, you can reach out to your SLP for guidance. And so reflection empowers you, and it helps you stay proactive. It's like trying on a new outfit or trying a new hairstyle. You know what works and you know what doesn't, and you adjust that and you try again. And that doesn't matter if you're like a Saks Fifth Avenue kind of person or Old Navy kind of person. You know what works and what doesn't. And so world changers. Family-centered care isn't meant to overwhelm you. It's meant to give you tailored tools that fit seamlessly into your everyday life. By tackling these barriers, implementing strategies, reflecting, you can make meaningful progress. I encourage you to try one of the reflective practices that I suggested today and that was discussed today, and share your experience with me. I'd love to feature it in the Q&A. Join me in 2 weeks for the next episode. I'm tired. Will I ever get a break? We're going to tackle some common parenting challenges and offer some life-changing solutions. Transcripts and show notes are available at I'veGotThisKid.com, where you can find blogs, tools, and resources like Home Goals Parent Education. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for more content. Until the next time, World Changers, take care.